Okay, this is just a quick video on a new purchase I just made, and as you can see, it's a Ivor Johnson TP22, and I paid $125 for it. To be honest with you, I never even heard of this gun before, and I was at my local shooting range this morning, and I was shooting a couple of different guns, and then you pay. And it came to like $78 for the hour and ammo and targets and all that stuff. And my shooting range has two parts to it. There's a shooting range and then there's a gun store. So as I typically do, after I go shooting, I just go over and peruse any new guns that they might have in stock. And all the way at the back of the gun store is their used department. And I don't know, lately I just have a thing for older style things, maybe because I'm getting older. But anyway, I saw this little guy sitting back there, and I said, what is it? And the guy said, it's an Ivor Johnson 22 caliber. And I said, it looks just like a Walther. And he goes, yeah, it's copied off the Walther PPK. So I just took a quick look at it, and it's actually a really nice looking gun. I haven't shot it yet. I felt like going back in and the other side and shooting it, but I had to go do something, so I couldn't do that. But it's definitely, it's got a little wear on it, that's for sure. But I sort of like it. It's got, I don't know if this camera will pick it up. It's got almost like a little patina, like it's like a little brown and black thing going on over there. It's definitely a pretty gun. It's 7 rounds, and like I said, it's like a clone of the Walther PPK. And this particular one is made in Middlesex, New Jersey. And I think they stopped making them around the 1980s. And it weighs about 14 ounces, and it's around 5.5 inches overall. And the whole gun, it's really, it'll fit in the palm of your hand. It's a tiny little gun. I just got a thing for 22 caliber guns. Actually, the guys made fun of me when I was buying it. They're like, you're buying that pea shooter? And I'm like, yeah, I think I will. First of all, it's $125. It costs only a little bit more than my single range visit. And secondly, it looks cool. So I just hope it works, which I think, one of the guys there said that it needed a good cleaning, which I just did. I took it all apart. It breaks down the same as a Walther PPK. And comes with one magazine. I just looked on eBay. This is a 7-round magazine for, again, the 22 long rifle, and it's in good shape. And I looked on eBay, and there's a couple other ones. They're around $30 or $40 each, so I'll probably buy 2 more magazines. I always have a minimum of 3 magazines. Even though I doubt I'll be carrying this gun, maybe as a backup gun, but it's a pretty good gun. The thing about this particular gun, it has a 17-pound double action trigger. So much like the Walthers, make sure it's clear, much like the Walthers, it's a single action, double action. That means the first shot, if you could see this, is 17 pounds. That is a long pull on your first pull. And then the subsequent pulls would then be single action, which that's not too bad, but it's still, it's not a target gun. If you look at the sights, they're pretty much, non-existent. They're tiny, tiny little sights on it, but I just got it just to add to my collection. My name is Gun Collector, obviously, so I do collect guns, but I will shoot it, and I like that it's sort of got a little bit of wear and tear. I don't know if I ever bought any other used guns before. Maybe 1 or 2, but they were always pretty much unfired condition. This definitely looks like it had a few rounds put through it, but I would say it's in, if you go by the NRA guidelines, I would say it's 85% commission. And just doing a quick internet search on it, I think $125 was a pretty good price, considering the area I live in is kind of expensive, and most guns that I buy seem to be a lot more than other people. When I see them on YouTube, they tell me they got a gun for X amount, and mine is always much more expensive, except for the occasional sale. Sometimes I'll get a deal, but most of the time, if you're in the tri-state area outside New York, everything's a little more expensive up here, and they just ream us on all kinds of stuff. That's again while I'm leaving. But anyway, so just a quick look at this, and it, like I said, 7-round magazine. It does come with the finger grip on it, pinky extension, and it has the European style, or what they call heel magazine release on it. So there's no button over here. So to release the magazine, you just push that button right there. So it's not something I look at that in a defense situation. You're not going to be able to, you know, tap, rack, and so forth. You're going to just shoot the 7 rounds that you have in there. I'm not really sure how to carry this gun yet. I have to really do a little internet research, see if there's any other videos out there. But it looks like that if it's on single action, there is no decocker on it. So, and it looks like, man, I don't know, maybe the safety's broken on it, because let's just do another check. Okay, so red is dead right there, so it's there, and it still does, still goes off, and then, okay, so the safety works on the double action, but the safety does not work, I'm sorry, safety work, yeah, it does work on the double action, does not work on the single action. So that's kind of interesting. So I guess if I was going to carry this, quite frankly, I wouldn't even keep a round in the chamber. I would leave it with the safety on, so no safety, safety off. And if I was going to, you know, need it to shoot it, I would rack it and then proceed to shoot the 7 shots. So I don't think I will top this off like I normally do with my gun. So I won't use this as 7+1. But, you know, it's, again, it's a Walther PPK clone. And to give you an idea how small it is, because sometimes it's hard to put things into perspective, this is my Walther PPK right next to it. And you can see the difference on that. It's a lot smaller. It's really much smaller. You could see, because the barrel on this is 2.78 inches, and it's like I said, 5.5 inches overall. But if you look at that on top of the Walther PPK, you know, it's definitely a baby pistol. But it is all steel. The only thing is the plastic grips on it, which again are in pretty nice condition. You know, so I'm happy with it. I just hope it works, and I think it will. But, you know, comparing, I got it really because it looks like my Walther PPKs. And again, you know, gun collector 007, you guys know I'm kind of a Bond fan. So, you know, it's... I got it just really because it looked like the PPK. But anyway, so that's it. Not really much you could say about this. It's you know, like I said, it's weighs 14 ounces, so it's not too light. Some of my 380s weigh about the same as this, and you know, but I got it just really for a novelty, and you know, I'll shoot it and do a takedown video on it maybe down the line. On the side, you can see it says TP22 USA. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, and then right there it says Middlesex, New Jersey, Ivor Johnson. So right there. So, you know, it's again, it's, you know, decent shape. There's a little scuffs underneath it and everything, and like I said, it's like a two-tone kind of finish. It's brown and black. I think it's kind of sweet, though. I think it's a nice looking gun, and I'm glad I spotted it in the case, although it probably has been sitting there for a while. I don't think these would be flying out the door anywhere, but you never know. So, all right, thanks for watching. It's just a quick video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and always appreciate a like. Thanks very much. Have a great day.